Good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope you all enjoying the summer weather. Although today it's kind of wet and a little dreary, but that's okay. We need the rain during the summer. Time for our weekly conversation with the mayor of the city of Fall River, Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor, how are you today?
Doing fine, Keith. How about you?
I am doing well. I actually want to start again with a little bit of some COVID questions. We talked last week about how the numbers are going up, and obviously we're still looking to get more people vaccinated in the city of Fall River. I know that Governor Baker has mentioned in the past that there's opportunities for people to actually get vaccinations in their homes if they can't get out or if there are other circumstances. Has the city promoted that at all, or is there any, I guess, programs that city residents can take advantage of?
Yeah, we were going door to door early in the campaign with our EMTs. So I can't, for the life of me, think that if someone contacts our office or the health office and needs an in-house vaccination, we can't get it to them. We were doing them out in front yesterday with a bus. We've done them in the atrium. We've done them in the health office. So if there is still sites going, and if we can help people, we're going to continue in any way, shape, or possible to get vaccinations into people's arms. I think that's the way out of this. I truly believe that. And as soon as Pfizer, within the next few weeks, approves the vaccine fully, I think that's also going to help us because there is still a lot of hesitancy in people. But if someone's home and they want to call my office, we will make sure they get a vaccine.
And how would that work? Would that be like EMTs to perform that? I mean,
Well,
how involved is the city, with the with administering the vaccinations?
what we would do is I'd go down and contact tests in the health office, and either our in-house nurses or the EMTs, depending on how many people responded, would make a loop of the city and get people vaccinated.
All right. That's important to note that, especially in this need where we're seeing a surge that, obviously vaccinations are still available. We talk about it all the time, frvax.com and the toll-free number people can call. But it's good to know that there's even more flexibility for people. So I'm glad we're able to touch upon that and give people that option. Also, in the past week, the CDC announced that it's going to be extending the moratorium on evictions. I know that's been a problem here in Fall River. You announced a few weeks ago using some $1.5 million in CARES Act money through Catholic Social Services to connect those renters and landlords to assistance. Have you heard how that's been going? And I guess will there be in some way, we hope renters maybe won't take a pause now that the evictions moratorium has been extended.
Right. I think that's what's going to happen. We had a meeting yesterday with a local social service group, and we went over this. The evictions right now going through Catholic Social Services are on pause, and people do need an eviction notice to get the support from Catholic Social Services. We heard a couple of things yesterday that we're going to have to follow up on today about paperwork or not having the proper documentation. I mean, obviously, this program is designed to help people by giving landlords the money they owe for rent, which then we hope keeps people in their houses. Um, I think the pause gives us more time to refine the program, but at the same time, we don't want people out on the streets. We don't want people losing their homes, and we're going to work with Catholic Social Services to make sure we dot all the I's on this so that we're ready when this moratorium is eventually lifted.
Yeah. And I know that there's always been ongoing support from Catholic Social Services and other agencies. I'm sure CFC has a program where, not necessarily evictions, but people who are facing struggles can maybe get assistance. And that's where we're sort of in this interim, right? If people haven't gotten eviction notices and still have the opportunity to seek some assistance, they can do that, correct?
Correct. I mean, as again, call the office. We'll follow up with Catholic Social Services or work through the Community Development Agency and Mike Dion. We're doing what we can to help people. That's what we need to be doing.
All right. Next week, your office, along with the committee that you assigned to help make some recommendations on how the city can spend its ARPA funding, is going to have another public meeting. I know you talked about in the past how supportive you were of getting the public involved, and you were, very happy with the turnout of the first public meeting a few weeks ago, and there's going to be another one this Wednesday at Government Center. Again, what are you hoping to hear from people?
Well, we're hoping to hear from people what they think would best support the residents in the city of Fall River. We'd like to get a few more business people involved. We don't want to hear from people that already made their pitch, which is obviously very, very important. And there's those answers are all being compiled now, and it was very, very extensive. But we do want to hear from some different people. We want everybody to have any opportunity to weigh in. And we want to see, like I said, which is the best way to go with this money to help the city of Fall River. There's so many ideas, public safety, infrastructure, arts. There are things that need money, and we're going to do our best to support them. We're not going to obviously spend the money all at once, but we are going to go down the list of the allowable uses and make sure we target the money to areas that need support. And water and sewer being one of the first ones that will get a significant amount of the money, because that's the area where it seems like everybody tells you, make sure you put money into that.
Yeah, and that'll also help in the long term in terms of water and sewer rates in the city of Fall River. Now, are you hoping that depending on the participation here, could there be around 3 of public hearings?
I will see. I mean, we'll see what the response is like and what we get from for feedback. I would hope that this is a good round where we get the questions answered for a lot of people, and then we sit down with the committee again and look at all the data and compile some ideas. As I said, this is not a rush to spend the money. It's a rush to spend the money correctly, and that's what we're trying to do. Make sure we target the money to where Fall River can get the most help for the residents.
All right. And finally, I want to talk a little bit about another event that's going to be coming up in the middle of August. I know that your office and, in conjunction with partners throughout the city and nonprofits and neighborhood groups have looked to provide opportunities for youth. And as I understand it, there's going to be an opportunity for youth to get into the golfing realm next month. Talk about that.
Right. What we did was we partnered with Eric Kelly, and I think his name's Dan Shepard, from the Fall River Country Club. They came down. We had a meeting to discuss how we could get some kids that don't traditionally get the opportunity to play golf, to get them up to the golf course. And they explained to us they had plenty of golf clubs, they had balls, they had a number of pros from area courses that want to work with our kids, take them in small groups of 5 or 6 and teach them the fundamentals of a swing, some of the rules of the game, and walk with them on the course. They're going to close like 9 holes for us that day, provide all the kids with a lunch, and let them learn a little bit about the fundamentals of golf. We're going to try to work with the kids from the Boys Club, the YMCA, and some of the kids that sign up through our park programs. If we can get that done, we'll give somebody a different experience. I think it's fun when you walk on a golf course for the first time or a putting green and see how rules are supposed to be followed and what you can learn about the game. I think it'll give them some different exposure.
Now, is there going to be opportunities for youth who may not have transportation to get some transportation to this? Or could that be worked through like the Boys Club?
We're working with the YMCA on a bus right now that will be leaving from the YMCA up to the Country Club and back. So if people can get downtown, then we can get them there. That would be our goal. If we get enough people, we can take about 50 kids from what I've been told, and we'll see what the response is like.
I know that when I play golf, I get my money's worth. I pay a fee, and why should I shoot in the 70s or 80s when I can get close to 100 and get my money's worth in terms of the number of strokes I get? So hopefully these kids will do a lot better, right?
Keith, you sounds like you play like me. The highest score wins.
That's the way it should be, right? It should be opposite from what it really is. All right, Mayor, as always, thank you for your time. We'll talk next week. Take care.
Okay, thanks, Keith.
All right. And thank you for joining us again this week. I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great day.